All right, so the reference we'll be using today to create a wireframe would be this site, hostbig.com. So you can see the site. This is the site. So we'll be creating the wireframe for this site. So open your Figma and create a new file. Have we done that? If we've done that, tell me. Let me be sure we are following. Open your Figma app. Open your Figma app. We want to go ahead. We've been talking about wireframes. We've been talking about wireframes. Okay. We want the theory part. Now we want to go into the practical section. I want all of us to create wireframes. I want all of us to know how to create wireframe. So we are actually going to be using a live website to create our wireframes. Okay. This is my own wireframe that I'm creating. Each and every one of you at the end of this class would go ahead, go and research on a site, or I would send link to different sites to each and every one of you, and you go ahead and create the wireframe for me. Okay, so we should pay attention as as I'm doing so. We would actually create the low-fi wireframe and the high-fi wireframe. Okay, so the low-fi wireframe is just normal sketching on paper. Okay, I don't know how I'm going to sketch this for you guys to see it, but I'll just send the sketching. Okay, so for you, me, I want to see the sketching. Do you understand now? Do we all understand? Okay, so I'm going to make a video. Tomorrow, I'm going to make a video on how I sketch the low-fi wireframe of this particular site. Normally, the low-fi wireframe is supposed to come before the high-fi wireframe because it's the low-fi wireframe that you would transition to the either mid-fi or high-fi wireframe. Okay, but tomorrow I'll send you the video on how to just sketch. It's just normal sketching. We should all, if we all did a drawing, we should know how to sketch it normally. It's just drawing lines and using this example I showed you, this divider, text, representation, and the rest with your pencil and paper. So now let's let's use a frame. Let's all use a frame because this is a website. So let's go ahead and use a desktop frame. I'm using a MacBook Pro 16 because it's bigger. Okay. So since it is a long site, like it's when you are scrolling down, it's actually long. Let's go ahead and increase it. See what I did. You hold when you come down here, when you come here, you see this arrow button showing. You see this arrow button showing. Drag it, let it come down. Okay, and you can stop anywhere. If it is not enough, we'll increase it more. So let's go ahead and name this. So double tap on this your MacBook Pro 16 and name it my first wireframe. Are we following? Are other people following? Okay. Who else? All right. Grace, are you there? Okay. Which part are you finding difficult? Go ahead and unmute yourself and talk, please. Just unmute. Okay. Unmute yourself and talk.
All right, sorry. I don't know how to get to this page that you people are on. I don't know. Is it this particular page that I'm on? Like, you can see my screen, right?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay. So, is it this page?
Okay. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm trying to spotlight your screen so that I see it better. Go ahead and share your screen. I've stopped sharing mine.
Yeah, I am.
Share your screen. Can you share your screen?
Yes, I have.
No, you're just showing me a video. I'm actually not seeing it clearly. Okay.
Okay. So, I was asking, this page that you guys are on, and what am I supposed to do? You talked about dragging stuff down and up.
Okay,
So
you're
I'm not
actually
really.
just sharing your phone screen. I wanted you to share your laptop screen. So you can stop sharing, okay? Stop sharing, then snap your screen and send to me on WhatsApp. Let me see. Sorry, everybody. I just want all of us to follow through, okay? So her question might actually help one or two of you who might also be having the same issue. So snap your screen and send to me on WhatsApp. Let me see what you're saying. And my Figma should actually not confuse you guys. Oh, my Figma is in dark theme, so it is still the same Figma actually. Okay, let me share my screen back. You want to change your own to dark theme? Pay me, I'll show you.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Sorry, so sorry. I'm a bit lost. I don't know. Maybe I don't know whether I'll say that I'm still new to the class or to the entire design process, but
Okay.
I'm a bit lost. I don't even know the software I'm to use. I think I'm lost. I'm lost sincerely. So I would like to be guided as to but I've been taking notes of the lectures since you started, but this practical aspect, I don't know the
Okay.
software to use, or whether I have to connect to the system, So please,
All
I would
right.
like to be guided.
Okay. You're with your system, right?
Yes, but I think I'm having network issues.
Okay,
Not that
network
my system
issues.
is not. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, try typing figma.com on your browser.
Okay. Okay.
When you do that, you see get started. You go ahead and get started so that you can create an account for yourself. This is also for Helen. Helen, are you listening? When you get your system, this is what you're also supposed to do. So you go ahead, go to your browser, type figma.com.
Okay.
Yeah, you see get started. You click on the get started button and create an account. Note, you're creating not a professional account but a starter account. So it will guide you, it will keep giving you options to choose from. Just ask me or snap and send to me on WhatsApp the options it is giving to you. Then we'll follow through from there. So this class is actually recording, so you could always go back and do the assignment and follow through.
Okay. 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 All
Yeah.
right. In any case, where I'm having issues with connecting my system, because I think my network is very, very bad.
Okay.
Can this be done using a phone?
No,
Or
you actually
must I
need a
try to?
system. You could actually
Okay.
see your
Okay.
account with your phone, but designing on your phone is very, very tedious and it is not professional at all. So you need a
Okay.
system. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Grace, I'm still waiting for you so that you could follow ahead in the class. Have you sent the image to WhatsApp? Hello?
Sorry, are you talking to me?
No, no, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Grace.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Is any other person having issues?
Yeah, I have sent it on WhatsApp. Please help me check it out.
Okay, I'm not seeing it. I think you have maybe network issue or something. Is there any other person having issue? Or we are all good? If you're good, please type you're good. All right. Okay. So I actually want everybody to follow in this class. I don't want anybody to be left behind. All right. I still haven't actually gotten your message, but I think what you're trying to ask here is Grace, are you listening?
Yes, I'm listening, sir.
Okay. Your Figma is open, right?
Yes, it
Okay.
is.
Okay, it's
Sorry, this
open.
I saw this video, but I think it's still loading.
Okay, it's still loading.
I think
Okay,
my
okay.
network is not good.
Okay, it
Okay,
has
I'm
entered.
sure you have seen it now.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is it. Okay, so this is it. Where am I supposed to press? Okay.
Okay, go ahead and click on the new design file. Whenever you're
Okay.
starting any project, any product or any new design, let me go back to my screen so that you see it. Everybody take note, okay? This is the home button if you always want to go back. You can see my screen, right? This is the home button if you want to go back. Okay. Then, okay. Then if you want to create a new design file, see this fig jam, leave it, don't touch it, we've not gotten there yet. See this import file, leave it, don't touch it, it's none of your business yet. This is the business that we are doing. This new design file, this is what you always click. You click it and it opens a file for you, a new file. Then if you want to name it, you could go ahead and give it a name. You could go ahead here and double tap and give it a name or something, or here you double tap and you see you can change it to my first wireframe, and it is changed. It has given you a name. Did we get that? Grace, you could go ahead and mute yourself. So did we get that? Okay, all right. Okay, so let's follow ahead. So Grace, click on frame, this frame icon here, this one. When you click on it, on the right hand side it will open. If you click on it on the right hand side, it will open options for you. Click on MacBook Pro 16. When you do that, it would come up for you, and you could go ahead and drag. Click on the move icon back. This is the move icon. Then you come here. When you come here, come to the down. You come to the down and you see that there's this icon that looks like arrow, this arrow pointing up and down. You drag, you hold and you drag, you hold and you drag, okay, to increase the size. If you can't drag, you go ahead and increase the height. You increase the height to 6435. Just type 6435 in your height panel and it will increase. But you should know how to drag because it's something you always use. Are we there now? Are we there now? Did we all get that? Okay, Grace, what about you? Click on your frame. Let me show you again. Click on this frame. This is the frame icon. This hashtag here. When you click on it, this is what will come out. You see frame, you see phone, tablet, desktop. Open the desktop. Normally it will be closed like this. Open the desktop and click on MacBook Pro. Did you get that now? Sorry, Adana. Network is bad. Let me check if my recording is still on, so you could always okay, the recording is still on, so you get recording to the class, but try and make your network work. Okay, Grace, Alpha, you're the one we're waiting for. Okay, you got it. All right, so let's go ahead. So remember the site we're using as reference. The site we're using as reference is postbig.com. This is the site we're using as reference. Okay, we're supposed to create the wireframe for this site. So first thing we're looking at here is the logo. This logo is on the left hand side, and On the right hand side we have a view card and this ngn stuff here, and it's a drop down. So let's go ahead and create these two things now. Okay, so how do we indicate that? What we are trying to do is the let's try and do the mid-file wireframe. And for the mid-file wireframe, we said we are not including typography. Okay, so how do we indicate that there would be a logo there? We use a box. We could use this box here. So draw a box. I'm doing 333 and 100, just something to symbolize that a logo should be there. Okay, then we need another box. Duplicate this. Let's do Ctrl D to duplicate. Then you drag here. Make sure it's on the same line because that stuff was on the same line. So you could indicate that, okay, you want the ngn stuff to be here. Then another Ctrl D. You want the ngn stuff to be there, and you still want this view card stuff to be here, but the view card own is actually longer than the ngn. So this is it. This is logo, this is view cards, and this is ngn. Did we get that? Did we get that? Type. Let's know we got that. This is actually very simple. Look at the site. Go to your browser, type hostbig.com, okay, so that you can be looking at the site while you're doing it. If you look at the site, you see a logo here. It's at the top. It's on still the same line with this. You see an icon, you see a view card stuff, and you see the ngn here. Okay, so how do you indicate this? We're actually doing a mid-file wireframe, and for mid-file wireframe we don't involve text and we don't involve image. We just represent it like that. Okay, so what do we do? This is what I did. This is the logo. This is where we put the logo. Indicate it with a box here. This is the box. You could use any size you want. Then this is for the view card. Also remember, by the side of the view cards there is an icon. So let's go ahead and duplicate this. Remember, to duplicate you press Ctrl D, or you just go ahead and draw another box, but always use Ctrl D, Ctrl C, and the rest. Isaiah, you dey mad? Eh? Don't you know I'm in a class? Did we get that, please? Do we understand now? Was it Vanessa that said she didn't understand? Please, let's be answering quickly, okay? Okay, you understand. All right. Who else does not understand? Okay. Grace, are you there? Helen, do you understand? Abi, you know grab. You grab, Abi, you know grab. Which one be this one? You say you do grab. You say you grab small. I mean, grab big. Oh. You can always go back and visit the video, okay? So let's continue. So by the side of the view card, this view card, this box is actually longer because viewcat is longer than ngn. If we're typing, ngn will be here, viewcat will be here. Then by the side of that viewcat there is supposed to be an icon by the side. So let's duplicate. Control D to duplicate. Okay, click on what you want to duplicate, press Control D. You see that it will duplicate here. If I press Control D now, be looking at the layer panel where you have all these rectangles written there. If I press Control D, you see rectangle 5. That means it has duplicated. Control Z to undo. Rectangle 5 will disappear. That is how you do. Control Z to undo, Control D to duplicate. Always remember that. Okay. So make sure the line is always showing you what you're doing. So this is what I want for the icon. So instead of it to have a fill, let's remove the fill. Click here, this part to remove the fill, and add a stroke. You add a stroke, okay, to indicate that that is an icon. Are we getting it? We are symbolizing icon, okay? We want an icon to be here. So you get the same size of the box, but make it smaller. You could use my size, I don't know. I use 7200, anyone. You remove the fill. Okay, let me undo this. It still has a fill here, but I want it to be an icon, so I don't want it to have a fill. Okay, that's a color. Fill is color, fill na color. So we don't want it to have a color. So I'm removing the color. You come here, see where the fill is. This is the color panel. You press this minus to remove it. It is removed, but it's still there. I want a stroke, so you click on the stroke and it comes out. This is the stroke. This is now where your icon is going to be. This is the logo, this is the icon, this is the view card, and this is the ngn, just as we have on the site. Just as we have on this site, the logo, the view card, the icon, and the ngn, sorry. Did we get that now? Good. Now let's continue. All right, so the next we need is another icon here: other hosting, domain, web design, web security, and the rest. So how many texts do we have here? You have one, two, three, four, and five text. Okay, we have five text here and an icon. So let's go ahead and symbolize that. Remember, we use it in symbolizing text. So we have an icon here. Duplicate this we could duplicate this and bring it down here. Make sure it is in line. Okay, that line should follow the line that is showing you. So this is the icon that we have here. That is what is symbolizing the icon. Take note, we would still do this is the mid fi, we will still do the high fi of this. Okay, product design is actually something that is very, very interesting. So we are to symbolize text, and to symbolize text we use the line. So let's go ahead, click on the line, come here, want it to be in the middle of this, come here, hold shift and draw. Hold shift and draw. Okay, duplicate this line and bring it down. So that is actually symbolizing the text, and this text we want it to, you can group this line 1 and line 2. Control G, press Control G to group line 1 and line 2. Press Control G to group. So how many texts did we say we had? We had 5 texts. Let's reduce this. Hold Shift and drag back to reduce it. Hold Shift, drag back to reduce it, or you come here and you work on the numbers here, but that is actually very stressful when you can hold and drag. So we have, check it, we have other hosting, domains, web design, web security, and this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we need 5 of that line. So what do? We do Control D. Control D, shift out 1. We've gotten 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we've gotten 5 of it. Just keep pressing Control D and it works for you. Did you get that? Hello? Okay. Who else? Who else? Alright. Alright. Just have it in mind that it is constant practice that will actually give you what you want. You might not actually get it on the first try, but always practice and you will get it. Okay? So what is next? The next thing is our buttons. They have buttons there. They have the register and the login button. So that should be easy. Let's go ahead and do that. The 2 boxes that we need, we could take this box here or draw another box. Make sure it is on the same line. Make sure it is on the same line. Control D to get the same size of the box and put it on the same line. Make sure it is on the same line. See, I'm trying to get this vertical line so that it is on the same line. Yeah, so it has given me the line. So this is our register and this is our, I think, login or something. Yeah, so I want to centralize all these designs. So I hold Shift and keep clicking on everything. Hold Shift, keep clicking. You click, 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 and just click away. Keep clicking. Yeah, and now let's move it so it is in the middle. Until it gives us that middle line, we won't stop. Okay, it has given us the middle line, so it is centralized now. So we've gotten the first part. Okay, we've gotten the first part. Did you get that? Are we following, please? All right. All right. So what's the next? The next. The next is let's imagine that this is a box. Okay, let's imagine this is a box and this image is inside the box. So we have to get this, and there's a text here, and there's an icon, a button here, and a text. Okay, so let's get that. So let's get a big triangle first to symbolize that, okay, this is it. Just draw a very big triangle. Let's imagine this is the size. Make sure it is in the middle, and we need another triangle here to symbolize that this is actually, we could give this color, let's give the color white. So to show you that in wireframe you don't need colors. You don't need colors. So let's give this a stroke so that it is different from others. The feel is still there. The feel is still there. Let's add a stroke to that particular box. So who remembers what we use in showing that an image should be there? Who remembers? Type it if you do. What should we use to show that there's an image should be there? Dummy is for the text. Yes, the X bar. Thank you, Helen and Grace. So the crossbar. So let's get the crossbar. How do we get the crossbar? By using the line. Click on the line and you draw. Hold shift and draw. We're just drawing a line. Hold shift and draw. Hold shift and draw. Have we done that? So the next is the text. So an image should be here. So the next one is the text. Okay, this text, and you can see it follows a hierarchy. A big one, a small one, like that, like that. So let's do that. We could do this. We could use the line, or we could go ahead and use a triangle to indicate the a rectangle, sorry, to indicate the hierarchy. For example, let's say I want this text to be size 94, okay? I want this text here to be big and be size 94. My box, the height of my box will be 94. If I want the text to be 60, size 60, okay, I will type in size 60 here and I get the height of this to be size 60. Let me change the color so that you see it, okay? I'm changing the color so that you can see it. So my text here, I want it to be size 60. I want it to be big. Or let's say I want the text here to be size 94. Go back on your height, the height panel, click 94, and you get a bigger text here. But in the down here, I want it, so let's do Control D. In the down here, I want it to be smaller. Make sure it's aligning. I want it to be smaller, okay? let's say I want a size 40 for the text here. Okay, size 40, I want it there, and that is it. Let's do Control D again. The same size, but I want it to stop in the middle. So I'm taking it here. So this is it. It's following the hierarchy. So a size text of 94 will be here. A size text of 40 will be here. The same size text of 40 will be here. And this alignment, who can tell me the name of this alignment? We have alignment to the left, we have alignment to the right, we have alignment to the center. What is the name of this pattern of alignment that I'm using here now? Somebody should please. What is the name of that alignment? Is it alignment to the left? Is it alignment to the right? Is it alignment to the center? To the left, exactly. Thank you very much. Yeah. So now let me show you how to do alignment to the center. Okay. So this is alignment to the center. These two are the same. If you want alignment to the center, you bring this one to the middle. Is in the middle. So this is alignment to the center. This whole text is aligned to the center. Any other one coming down will come under this one in the middle here. Then alignment to the left. This one to the right, sorry. This one will be going to the right. This is alignment to the right. Okay? So we are working with alignment to the left. So we've gotten that. Our wireframe is coming to life. So now, next, we have a box here, and there's a text in the box, and we have a button. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's Control D here and bring it down. The same the same size, please. Sorry, the same alignment, please. So the search icon, I'm using a 74 for it. Inside the same box, we have the button. Copy this. Alt is to copy. Alt is to copy and drag. Hold your Alt key, your alternative key. So I'm bringing it in here, but it's under. You could just go ahead and draw a box. So I like a fizzy, so I'm bringing it here. I'm bringing it to the top. It was in the bottom before, so it was not showing, so I brought it to the top. Okay, so this is the button. We're trying to get the button. So this is the search button. Here is the search button, and inside the search button there should be a text, right? So let's indicate that text with a line. Hold shift and drag. Hold shift and drag. Control D. So that is the text. That should be there. Okay. Then an icon should be here too. An icon should be here. You could just go ahead and use a rectangle tool and draw the same size, please. The same size with your text. The icon should be the same size with your text. Remove the fill and use a stroke. So that is the icon. See, this is simple, very simple. Are we getting it? You have a question, Obadiah, go ahead. Unmute yourself and ask your question. Obadiah, we are waiting for you.
The film part, the part where you said, I'm on mute.
Yeah, I think it's my network. My network is a bit slow.
Okay, go
Working a bit
ahead.
slow. I missed the I missed the fill part where you met the rectangles, where you met them the fill color white. I can't get my own to be white. Mine are of the same colors, the background.
You know how to
So
change colors,
that means
right?
that
I
if
taught
there's
you how to
box,
change colors in the last
yeah,
class.
I know how to do colors, but I've tried doing it to white color. I don't know, it's not working.
What is the
Or am
color
I doing
code
it the
for
wrong way?
white? What is the color code for white?
That's FFFFF.
Into 6 places, right? Have you tried typing it in and it's
Yes.
not working?
I've tried, it's not working.
Keep trying. Keep trying. It will work. It should work because I'm not understanding why it's not working. Every other person, have we been able to change our colors?
Okay, if the color changes, but the edges of the box, the edges of the rectangle, when I select it, only when I highlight it do I see the edges of the rectangle.
Yes, now.
I can't see it if I remove it from selector.
Click on your rectangle, highlight it, click on it, then change the color. That's how you can only change it. Let it show on the layer panel that that is what you're clicking on. Do you get?
Okay, I think I have it now.
All right, please go ahead and mute yourself.
Yes, thank you.
All right, Grace. Grace, no fear. It's simple. Is it not simple? Everybody, is this not simple? We are only just drawing lines and boxes. Okay. Does any other person have a question? It cannot be cinnamon rolls, I beg. All right, Vanessa, where are you lost?
Excuse me.
All right, I'm listening over there.
Hello, can you hear me?
I'm listening to you. I can hear
I
you.
did that again with the logo, but I cannot see the logo unless I click it and I remember my network. I did that again with the logo, with the one close to the view card text box, but I can't see the box if I put it on white color fill. Unless I click on it, but in your own, I can see it why it's not a selection. Why you did not select?
Did you
Why you
add
did not
fill?
select
If you remove the fill, did you add the stroke?
box, the rectangle?
Are you listening to me? Add stroke. Remove the fill, add stroke. Don't worry, you can always watch this video again. Let's continue, please.
I didn't add any book.
How would you see it when you did not add stroke? Add stroke. Click on stroke. Click on that add stroke. Okay, so let's go ahead. So we're done with this. We're done with this part. We're done with this part. So the next part is this: how can we help you? Now what we know is in the middle. Is in the middle, right? Then we have boxes: one, two, three, four, five, 6 boxes. And inside those boxes we have images and text. So it is very simple to symbolize it, okay? So let's go ahead. How many boxes again? 6 boxes. Go ahead and do that. First, there's supposed to be a text, and let's say that text has the size of okay, we could use something to symbolize that size. Click on this one or you draw. Let's draw. Make sure it's in the middle because that was aligned to the middle. This is the middle. So let's say that text will be 42 and it will have a bold because that is bold. Okay, so we have how many boxes? 6 boxes. Now let's get those boxes. Make sure it is aligned, okay? Make sure it is aligned here. Yeah, it is aligned, okay? So what do we do to get the rest boxes? Control D. I love Control D. Press Control D and Control D and bring it out. Let's see how the spacing is. Okay, not that much. Let the box be a little bit bigger. You use your eye to gauge how many boxes can enter here and their sizes. That's what I'm doing, okay? So as a designer, you should work with your intuition. Your design eye should start becoming sharp because you need it. You should be able to know when something is aligned even without you following the line. You should be able to know. So press Ctrl D and we've duplicated that. Ctrl D again. Ctrl D D D, and we've gotten our 6 boxes. Now let's see if it is aligned. Yeah, it is. Click on it. Hold shift to click on select and select everything. Shift select this one. Your hand should still be on shift while you click other boxes. We're trying to properly align it. Now let me teach you a trick. Pay attention to align. You come here, see this top here where you have this design, prototype and inspect. You have these lines here. These things looking like lines. These are alignment tools. These are what alignment tools that you use to work. So let's click on this drop down, and let's click on distribute vertical spacing. If you click on distribute vertical spacing, it properly gives you the same line here, will be the same line here, will be the same line here, will be the same line here. Okay, remember vertical is the one standing and horizontal is the one lying down. So click on, let's see, horizontal space. It will still help you align it well. Vertical or horizontal, it will help you align it well. So we've gotten our boxes and they are properly aligned. And inside those boxes, there are supposed to be images inside those boxes. So how do we symbolize that? Let's go ahead and draw another small box. Another small box. Make sure it's in the middle. Change the color, and to symbolize that an image will be inside here, we use a line. Okay, the icon is an image, so we use the line we draw. And we use a line and we draw. Simple as ABC. You click it, hold shift, click again, then click on the box to select. Let's group this, Ctrl G, so that we can duplicate on other boxes. Okay. Ctrl G to group, Ctrl D to duplicate and shift. Do that again, do that again, do that again, and again. So we've gotten all our boxes. Let's make sure that they are properly aligned. Make sure they are properly aligned. All right, so we've gotten that. So the next one is a small text at the bottom. So we could just use two lines to symbolize that. You could go ahead and draw your line again, or copy this line and bring it down here if you want. Okay, let me go ahead and draw line so that I will not confuse you people. Okay, you know I like people too much, so let's hold shift and draw to get the text there. Press Ctrl D and symbolizes that a text should be there. Click on the two lines, holding shift and group them. Okay, group them. Ctrl D, Ctrl D, 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 and D. And voila, we've gotten that. Okay, so let's arrange to make sure that it's in the middle. Let's make sure it's in the middle. Okay, so get that. Okay, so how did you get that big ash box? Okay, the ash box is just to get your rectangle and draw. Get your rectangle and draw. The ash color I'm using, in case maybe normally that is the default color for Figma. So once you draw it, it's supposed to come out. But the color code is this. I'll copy it and paste so you could put it in there if you're not getting yours. I'm just using this color code and white. So are we following? Share with the follow. Are we following? Okay. Ah, Grace is following. Wow. All right. Okay. This is not something that is. It's not hard. It's not hard. Okay. Tell yourself it is not hard. Once you tell yourself it is not hard, definitely it won't be hard. Okay. This is just like playing around. It's drawing boxes. You're drawing boxes. You haven't even started adding. You haven't even started adding images. If you now start adding images, what will you now say? Okay, leave images. If you are now doing prototype, what will you now say? So just tell yourself that it is easy. Okay, make sure that you develop love and excitement for it. That is how you're going to enjoy it. That is how you will enjoy it. So see how our wireframe is looking very fine. And we've not done the actual design. So let's go ahead. What is next? We need something here to symbolize the text. So we could just copy this one we did here and bring it down here. Then we have two boxes here. These two boxes. So that should be easy. Let's go ahead and do that. Who has done that even before me, Seth? People should be ahead of me. Oh. You should be ahead of your teacher. Aspire to be better than your teacher. Okay. So let's come down here. I duplicated that and it is down here. And we need two other boxes. Work on your alignment. Always work on your alignment. Take your time, don't rush. Work on your alignment because alignment is key. Control D to duplicate and you shift. I'm always duplicating because I work on consistency. I work with consistency. Your design should be consistent, should give you the same size, should give you the same color and the rest. So we need another text down here. So let's hold our Alt key and bring it down or duplicate. But this should be bigger, okay? So let's say let's say we want it, this is 42. Let's use something like 65. Yeah, so and it should be longer because that looks long. That text looks long. So yeah, make sure it's in the middle. Yep, and we've gotten that. So it's actually simple. I'll keep that simple, even if you don't think it's simple. Now we have three boxes here. One, two, three. Okay, we have three boxes here, and we have buttons in those boxes. So let's go ahead and get one box first, and we duplicate that one box to different boxes. So there's an image here, there's a text here, a text here, small text, button, button. So let's get that. Um, three. Okay. So we go ahead and do this. Okay. Control D. Let's see so that we can get the actual size that will fit. Okay, so that's too big. Let's try reducing it a bit or shifting it a bit. So you click on it, hold shift, click on this, hold shift to and click on this. Then let's work on the alignment. Remember, this is the alignment panel. So to get the same spacing, we click on this horizontal spacing and boom, our spacing is the same. Okay. Yeah, so we've gotten the three boxes there. And we have buttons. We have buttons. Let's get our button. Let's get our button. So I'm drawing the button. Make sure it's in the middle. Let's change it to another color so that we see what we're doing. So that is our button. There should be another small button, Control D. There should be a smaller button. So just bring this one down a bit. And yeah, we've gotten those two buttons, Abby. So now the next one is the text. This big text. Oh, we could get this one first. So we could come here. Remember, we already have this. So instead of creating it, just press your Alt key and drag down. Your Alt key, drag down. You can see it's not showing, Shay. It's not showing at all. Why is it not showing? Somebody tell me, why is it not showing? Why is it not showing? Let me know. For programmers, they call if they want to know why their code is not working, they call it debugging. So for designers, to know why your design is not working, let's see, why is it not working? So we are trying to debug our design here. Why is it not showing? Say no stroke. No. We copied it, so everything is still there. Everything is there. No, not because it's not aligned. No, not because it's the same color. Somebody should bust my brain. Somebody else should bust my brain. Why is it not showing? Let me show you again. Okay, we copied from here. We copied from here. You can see it's showing in the layer panel. We copied from here and we brought it down here, but it's not showing. So why is it not showing? Somebody should bust my brain. No, it's not the fill. It's not the fill. Not in the same group. No, 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 no. Anybody that gets it to get 500 naira airtime like this. Thelma, thank you. Is behind the box. Thelma is collecting 500 naira airtime. Don't worry. Send me your number. Send me your number. You're collecting 500 naira airtime. It is because it is behind the box. Okay, it is behind the box. It is here. It is behind the box. And what we are doing, this particular one is in front. Remember, I told you when you're designing, it shows you the hierarchy. It shows you the hierarchy. It works with the one that came first, and then it continues going as you're designing. So this particular box is at the down here. So let's drag it, hold it, we duplicated it. Let's drag it and take it to the top, and we'll put it here, and boom, it's showing. I mean, it's not showing. Have you not seen it now? Grace, sorry, yeah, it's showing now, right? We've debugged it. The face show, it should shine, yes. All right, so yeah, this is it. So this indicates that an image should be here, an icon should be here. Okay, so the next one would be a big text. So since it's a big text, let's use a box first. So let's use this for the text. Change the color to white. Yeah. Then next text is this small one here. This small text here. So let's just use the the line because it's small. Hold shift, remember, and draw. Okay, hold shift and draw. Control D to get another line, and that is your text. And we have a bigger text here, which is that 300 naira or something that is there. So we could use this. The size of that text can be 42. Let's change it to white. Okay, so that's about it. So what do we do next? Let's duplicate my favorite baby. Hold shift, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, and hold it. Press Ctrl G to group all those things, and voila, press Ctrl D to duplicate. Once you duplicate, you shift it, Ctrl D again, and you have it there. And yeah, we've gotten that. We've gotten this part. We've gotten these three parts. Okay, you can see how easy it is. So now what we need is a big box. This big box, this big one here, this big box. And in the big box we have one, two, three, four, five. Okay, eight. Eight images that will be there. So let's go ahead and do that. Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Okay. Okay, so a big box. Okay, somebody was asking me how I got this big box here, this one here. So that's, I want to do something similar again. So pay attention. So just draw. Make sure you're following the alignment. Everybody, when you do this, there's something you should know about product design, okay? It's about selling yourself. Sell yourself well. Let people know that you're a product designer. Because it is not easy. It's actually not easy. You can see this thing now that we are doing. You can see it's not easy. Grace is saying she wish that is cinnamon rolls. You can see that it's actually not easy, even though I'm telling you it's easy. So to some people, they will be looking at you that you're a designer and they feel what you're doing is easy because you're not coding. It's a lie, yo, iro. They lie. It actually takes a lot. So when you do it, when you actually do it and you get it and it's looking nice, go ahead and show it off. Post it, let people see. Okay, that is how they will know that you're a designer. So we've gotten this. Let's increase it, and we need 6 images. So let's what do we do? Let's not stress ourselves. We come here, we copy, we copy. So it's doing the same thing. We drag and bring it to the top, and we need four of it at the top. Control D, one, two, Control D, Control D. So that's four, but we want it to show more. So let's bring it here. Hold it, shift, shift, and come here. Yeah, distribute horizontal spacing, and it is okay. So we need four more in the down, just as is highlighted like this. Press Control D, all of them will duplicate and you bring it down. Are we following? Sure, we are following. Also, will never sleep. Don't sleep for this design. Please try very well. This is something that will earn you, fetch you big money. For a particular for a particular design job, if you get a gig, sorry, hold on. If you get a gig like this, you can charge per hour. If you even get from outside, if you get from outside the country, you can charge per hour. How you design, you get your money. But in Nigeria, because they don't really pay well, we can start from 300K for a particular gig. So take it seriously. It's something that will fetch you money. Okay? So make una no sleep, oh, no sleep, no sleep, wake up. Alright, so we need a text here and some small text here. Small text here. So we need it for all of them. That shouldn't be hard because we already had something like that. So let's come here and see if we can steal this. Control D or Alt, and you bring it down. Hello, babe. Alpha. Are they class? Yeah. This is 1 minute after 9. Yeah. I'm trying to round up, and you just affected my connection. Yeah. Can you hear me? All right. All right. So after this box, this is where we would end the class for today because it's already 9. So we would go ahead and practice. because you already understand the concept I'm trying to get. So I'll send each and every one of you your particular site to work on. Take it seriously, okay? So let's get this. We have this. It's not showing, so we'll bring it to the top. Yeah. So we need smaller texts there. And those texts, let's see, is it aligned to the center? Yes, it's aligned to the center. So let's use a line, a line, hold shifts and drag. So Control D, bring it down, Control D again, Control D, Control D, D. Yeah, because the text is plenty. So let's make this one small. Okay, make this one smaller. Make this one. We're actually just shifting it. Okay. So let's see if our magic would work in aligning it to the center. So let's see, this is align vertical centers. So let's try that. Nope, it didn't work. Horizontal centers, yeah, it worked. Okay, so next thing is to Control D. Let's group it first, Control G, then Control D to each and every one of it. Hold here, Control D, Control D. So you can see it. You can see it's looking like this. This is what we have here. Oh, okay. There's supposed to be a text. This text. Yeah. So we can add that. But you can see it's looking like this. So what is left is this and this and the footer. So there's nothing much left. But did we get the concept right? We're understanding wireframes, right? Are we understanding? Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm proud of all of you. I'm proud of all of you. Where are the rest people now? Are the rest people not understanding? Okay. Easy, my sister. Easy. But we go scale through, don't worry. Yeah, please rewatch, okay? Please rewatch. Alright, so this is where we are going to be ending this class for today. Um like I said, I'm going to make a video of me trying to sketch this particular thing now we just did on paper, so you see it, okay? It's actually just the same thing, very easy. So but mostly we use the paper if we don't have a concept at first and we are trying to come up with a concept. that is when we use the paper. But this one, we already have a concept, we already have a site we are following through. But just to show you how lo-fi wireframe works, I would do that. So tomorrow I'll send you all your sites so that you could go ahead and start creating your wireframe. Start working, my people. All right. So this will be the end of the class. If you enjoyed the first class, the first day in the master class, please type in the chat box that you did enjoy it, that you got something from it. Ah, so nobody got anything from it. Okay. All right. That's so nice. Don't worry, you all get the value. Okay, you have a question. Yeah, we can actually convert this lo-fi. We can even convert it to the actual design. Okay, we can actually convert it. We can convert it to the actual design. Once you're done, you just control D. You actually leave it. You don't scatter it. You leave it because when you are actually presenting your designs on your portfolio, you need to show that you did the wireframe. When you show that you did wireframe, hey, people head will scatter. You show that this girl, this designer, this guy, sabi wetin in they do. Okay, that is why you need the wireframe just to show that you actually created something from scratch. You actually created your own concept. So yeah, we can convert it to the actual design because it's the actual design. Because in essence, it's the actual design that you're trying to get. Okay, it's the actual design that you're trying to get. So yeah, I'll send you all your sites. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining the class. So those without their laptop, I'll make the video available on the YouTube channel. I'll send the link so you could watch even other people who need to follow. But make sure you practice. Practice ahead of me, Seth. Go ahead and check other sites that you know. Just say, okay, now that you know wireframe, let me look at this site. I know what they used for this one. I know how to get the wireframe. That's how people who make hair stylists. That is how people who sew clothes. That is how they do. Once they learn a particular thing, anybody they see it on their body, they'll be like, oh, okay, I know how they did this. I know how they did. This is the mentality you should also have. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad you all follow through. Don't be confused. Anything you're confused and just know I would always put you through. Okay, I'll always put you through. Try to interact in the class. That is the only way you can get value from it. Don't just stay there and not say anything, not do anything. Ask your questions if you're confused. You paid for the class. So ask your questions and get value from it because it's only lasting for a month. So in a month, I want you all to be professionals. In a month, I want you all to achieve something good, something great. All right. So sleep well. Good night. Tomorrow you get the link and everything. Bye. We can all log out now. Yeah.